Hey everyone, what's going on today? I got another what to sell on eBay video for you. This one's going to be a little bit different and maybe a little bit faster than the rest of them because I'm not going to go through listing by listing. This is another request that I had from some people on Periscope and through comments on YouTube where people were asking what are the best types of snapbacks that you can sell on eBay? So I pick up these snapbacks at garage sales and thrift stores most of the time for cheap. You can usually get them for really cheap, $1 to $2 in my area, sometimes a little more. But there's been instances this summer where at garage sales I was picking up boxes of these older snapbacks from the 70s, 80s, 90s for $1 to $2 with 10 to 15 hats on them. So it is very possible to pick these up for just from owners who had multiple hats that are getting rid of them at garage sales, and even at thrift stores, someone can donate a whole bunch of them and you can get them for $1 to $2 a piece. And for me to say, look out for this type, look out for this type, it's really hard to do. The only thing I can say is older vintage style snapbacks definitely will do good. But you really should research everything. However, I think the majority of these hats, from what I see, are going to sell minimum $15 plus shipping. Minimum. Like most hats that are older, as long as they're older and they're snapbacks from the 90s and later, I'm just going to go through it here nice and slow so you can just look at some of the stuff. The filter I put in was pre-owned, above $15. Let's switch it to buy it now. Actually, I didn't do that yet. Buy it now, pre-owned, above $15, and the men's accessories with the keyword snapbacks. Okay, so there's so many. Look at some of these shirts are selling for way over $20. I personally sold a vintage hat from a local college, university near me that I knew was older, and they didn't make the logo anymore for $50 within an hour, which means I underpriced it. Someone probably had a keyword watch on it. But you can see this old NFL hat, a Canadian fish that looks like a muskie on there or something. Montel Williams show. Anything will sell with these hats. There's a vintage Carhartt. Definitely sports teams are a thing to look out for. Brands like store brands, clothing brands that are older look like they're doing well. Beer brands always do well. Truck brands, tractor brands like John Deere, HBO Sports. Look at this. I actually have a hat with this. With the colors are a little different. So definitely keep an eye out for all this stuff. I'll keep going through a little more. Like Stussy, that's a good brand to look out for all across the board. Vintage Mighty Ducks right there. Navy. I'm going to stop talking because you can just look. I remember these were super hot 2 or 3 years ago, but if you look, they're still doing very well. People love hats. I love hats. Not enough that I'm going to go buy them off eBay, I guess, but someone has a hat that they really like. If I had a hat that I really liked and I wanted to find it again, I would come here. Or if there was a sports team, like a vintage Bills hat like that, if you really wanted it, this would be the place you would come. And they, these buyers are willing to pay. You can see these hats selling. A lot of it is probably nostalgia. They had that hat once and they want it back. They don't make it anymore, so you got to go to the used market. So you see a lot of these hats. So hopefully that gives you an idea on what to look for. I'm not going to drag this video on. I could show you a ton of stuff, and I usually show you my other videos, certain items, but there's so many different hats. So many. I think they're printed so much more. But yeah, use that listing kind of default that I gave you if you want to research these, and If you're out in the stores and you see interesting hats like this, like even this Alaska one right here, do a quick recent sold search and see what these hats that you see are going for, especially if you have a thrift store near you where these are selling for dirt cheap, like $1, or you can get them if they're $1 and you can get them at 50 cents. Imagine that, like that's crazy returns. If you can sell these hats for even $15, that's really good all day. They're super easy to photograph too. So, and hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know what else to say, but I hope this helps. Maybe once I get into selling more of the hats, I have them in a box. I haven't listed them yet, but I know don't have a lot into. So maybe when I get into it, and if I see, oh, I'm going to start buying more hats, then I'll do more videos. But I hope this helps answer your questions. To those of you that were wondering about snapbacks and hats in general, definitely keep an eye out for them, and hope you like this video. But until next time, happy hunting.